Hey, you want the bone? You want the bone? Here you go. Here's a bone. All right, good boy. Now you are going to help me tell the people how to drop in Call of Duty Warzone, and we're starting right now. What is going on, everyone? I hope you liked that intro, and if you didn't, then shame on you, because that means you hate puppies. But if you did like the intro, go ahead and drop a like on the video, because we are going to tell you all about how to drop and when to drop in Warzone. Today's video is not going to cover where to drop based on loot and just fighting preferences, so be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want a video like that, and let me know in the comments below, and we'll get one out for you as soon as we can. Dropping is so much different in this game than it is in Blackout or really any other Battle Royale game that I've played, so I want to touch on all the mechanics today and give you a few best practices. The first thing to know, and perhaps the most important thing to know, is that you can choose whether to deploy your parachute or not. So if you just like to keep it simple and you want to skip all of these advanced mechanics, that is totally fine, there's nothing wrong with that. However, one thing to be aware of is that if at any point in your drop you do deploy your chute and then you cut it, you're going to have to deploy it again unless you're really close to the ground, or you will take a lot of fall damage or possibly even die. You don't have to worry about running out of parachutes either. You can deploy and cut your chute as many times as you want throughout the game. This includes the initial drop and any subsequent drops that you take. If you do choose to deploy your chute, it takes approximately 1 second for the chute to deploy. When that happens, you're going to go from whatever speed you had before down to about 10.4, and I'm not sure if that's miles per hour or meters per second, or I don't know what they're measuring here. It doesn't really matter what the units are, your speed drops significantly as soon as you deploy that chute. And that can be useful or it can be harmful, and it can really slow you down. When you cut the chute, your character goes back into free fall, and you're going to start accelerating very rapidly once again. And really what the parachute lets you do is it lets you fine-tune your landing if you're going for a very precise drop spot, or it lets you slow down your descent so that you can get farther away. And I apologize in advance if there are any strange dog sounds in the background. These guys are going crazy today, so I don't know. Dogs are dogs, right? They're probably just jealous because they can't play Warzone. To fine-tune my shooting strategy, what I did is I went ahead and dropped into the practice battle royale for Warzone. Unfortunately, this does not let you practice dropping very far away because the only place you can drop is Karst River Quarry, but it did let me come up with a few tips that I'd like to share with you in this video. There are really only a few reasons to deploy your chute early, and of course one of those is one that we already hit on. If you've already deployed your chute and you're about to land, you'll definitely want to deploy your chute so that you don't die when you hit the ground. Another really good reason to deploy your chute early is if, let's say for instance, your squad leader picks one place on the map and then they change it halfway through the jump. Deploying the chute in this case will give you a really good opportunity to get turned around, and then you can get some speed back by cutting the chute. It's also helpful if you accidentally fly past your destination and you want to get turned back around as quickly as possible. Or it's also useful if you're too low to the ground to make your destination, because what's going to happen is your descent speed is going to slow down to that 10.4 number from whatever it was before, which could be in the hundreds. So you're going to be able to float much farther horizontally, so if you're jumping really far off the line, be prepared to deploy that chute and float a while. This is kind of nice because it encourages people to drop closer to the line, and not go all the way out to the edge of the map when the game first starts. Another good reason to deploy your chute early is if you know you're dropping with a bunch of people and you want to late drop and try to get behind someone. This is a very effective strategy in this game just because everyone starts with a pistol. You can also get behind someone and humiliate them for a one-shot kill. One more thing that's definitely worth mentioning is you don't want to wait until you're right on top of your target to drop either. Again, I was testing in Karst River Quarry in the practice mode, so I wasn't able to get too far on these drops, but I did determine that you save some time if you drop earlier. My optimal distance to drop was about 500 meters out, but I couldn't test much farther than that. So for right now, I'm going to say about 1,000 meters is a good distance to drop from your target, but as the game evolves and more strategies come into light, that could change in the future. If you're looking for even more great Warzone tips, tricks, and tactics, check out the videos on the screen right now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and as always, thank you very much for watching.